best bit about going on safari is the elephants. Whether it's the majestic courtship ritual of the bull elephant or the late-night riffing of the rogue jazz elephant.
But the bizarre thing was, the British Airways flight to Harare was only £429 return.
BA have absurdly low fares from London Heathrow to many African destinations, including Nairobi from £399 return and Lusaka from £429 return, with upgrades to World Traveller Plus from only £300 return. Booked by January the 27th at BA.com. Conditions apply.
I was out in Antigua for my holidays, and the hotel I was staying at, brilliantly, had a limbo dancing competition. Of course, turns out, to get you in training, the top of your door frame was lowered a fraction every night. But to be fair, by the end of the week I was trapped, living off whatever room service could squeeze under the door, which by then was mainly thin crust pizzas and little bits of ham. But the bizarre thing about it all is you get the hotel, transfers and flights from only £499 with British Airways holidays.
There are now absurdly good deals on many British Airways holidays. To book, call 0870 243 3426 or visit your local British Airways travel shop by October the 31st. Date restrictions, limited availability and conditions apply.
I nipped up to Edinburgh for a concert. The greatest bagpipe hits in the world. Ever. It started with the modern stuff, something from the cutting edge. Then an old favourite, bit of a crowd pleaser. And to finish, the unforgettable classic. But what was really strange about being in Edinburgh was my British Airways flight there was only £59 return.
BA have absurdly low fares from Birmingham to many more destinations, including Glasgow from £59 return and Aberdeen from £95 return. Book early at BA.com. Conditions apply.
I was in Hong Kong, and I was staying in a hotel where all the rooms had a kung fu theme. I was in the Crouching Monkey suite. I opened the minibar, put on a shower cap, and made full use of the trouser press. But the weird thing about Hong Kong was that the British Airways flight there was only £299 return.
BA have absurdly low worldwide fares. From London Heathrow, fly to Beijing from £399 return and Tokyo from £499 return. Booked by January the 27th at BA.com. Conditions apply.
I took the wife to Madrid, and we were out for a romantic meal. Candlelit dinner, the works. Except there was no one to serenade us. Now, I wasn't going to let that ruin the evening, so I used what was to hand. The wine glass, the spoons, and the coffee machine. Which I think probably ruined it. But the strangest thing about being in Madrid
was that my British Airways flight there was only £75 return.
BA have absurdly low fares from Gatwick to many romantic cities, including Barcelona from £75 return and Naples from £89 return. For these and many more destinations, book by November the 11th at BA.com. Conditions apply.
Now, one place I've always wanted to go is Miami, to swim with the dolphins. The trouble is, your average dolphin is not that friendly. But in Miami, one came up, then another one. Before I knew where I was in the middle of some kind of dolphin fiesta.
But the strangest thing about Miami was the British Airways flight there was only £269 return.
BA have absurdly low fares from London Heathrow to many US destinations, including Los Angeles from £269 return and Washington from £219 return, with upgrades to World Traveller Plus from only £300 return. Booked by January the 27th at BA.com. Conditions apply.
Shopping centres. Same music in all of them. Even in Milan. It's all subtly designed to make us buy more stuff. If it was too obvious, it wouldn't work.
Buy more stuff! Quickly!
But this makes you think you're in control. No one's going to tell me what to buy. I've got my list and... special promotion. But the odd thing about shopping in Milan was that it only cost me £89 to fly there with British Airways.
BA have absurdly low fares from London to many shopping destinations, including Paris from £65 return and Rome from £119 return. For these and many more destinations, book early at BA.com.
New York has given the world all kinds of rhythms and sounds. But the music of the street has to be hip-hop. Oh, my old man, the dustman. He wears the dustman's hat. Sorry, that was me, busking.
But the odd thing about being in New York was the British Airways flight there was only £199 return.
BA have absurdly low fares to the US. From London Heathrow, fly to Boston from £219 return and San Francisco from £269 return, with upgrades to World Traveller Plus from only £300 return. Book by January the 27th at BA.com. Conditions apply.
I love Paris. The people, the culture, everything's much more stylish than here. Even the sirens. The British siren's quite basic. Whereas the Parisian siren is a lot more musical. And that's just the bit you hear as it passes by. If you listen to it all down the street, it's like this. But the bizarre thing about being in Paris was that the British Airways flight there was only £65 return.
Now, for British Airways' smallest prices, fly from Gatwick to many European cities, including Marseille or Toulouse, from £69 return. For these and many more destinations, book early at BA.com. Conditions are...
I was out in Switzerland last week, skiing. Well, I say skiing. I imagined people cheering me on, hurtling down the slopes, ski Sunday music ringing in my ears. But it was actually a bit more like... So there I was in Geneva Hospital, and the bizarre thing was the flight was only £79 return with British Airways.
BA have absurdly low fares from London to many skiing destinations, including Lyon from £79 return and Zurich from £89 return. For these and many more destinations, book early at BA.com. Conditions apply.
Everyone falls in love in Venice. Maybe it's the serenading of the gondoliers. Oh, sole mio. And all that. But in Venice, a gondola's a bit like a taxi, really. So for all we know, he could be singing something like... I've been here 10 minutes. I have to charge you paddling time. Yeah, okay, yeah. Grand Canal, POB. Yeah, I don't know. Which way do you normally go? So Venice, very odd place. But what's even odder is that it only cost me £79 return to fly there with British Airways.
BA have absurdly low fares from Gatwick to many romantic destinations, including Verona and Pisa, from £79 return. For these and many more destinations, book by November the 11th at BA.com. Conditions apply.